Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on lot 356 in Ashton Woods. This is a 20-acre lot that's basically surrounded by Nathaniel Mountain Wildlife Management Area, which is 10,000 acres of public hunting. But where I'm at here and what I want to illustrate, I'm kind of about in the middle of the lot here. And this is kind of where your building site would probably be, which is a long ways away from the power line. Which is the boundary to the south in that direction. But I'm maybe 100 yards or so in here off the subdivision road. And like the top level of this lot, you know, the top lays really, really nice. And then it just slopes down, as you can see right here, really gently to the little road that runs through the lot at the bottom, which is the boundary on that side. There's like a little four-wheeler trail down there that's the boundary. But when you're right here, anywhere across this bench here on the top, you know, if you cut a few trees, you're going to have a view looking east here. Not like a humongous view for being on top of the mountain. The better view is obviously off the other side to the west. But the difference is being on the east side of the road up here, the ground lays so much nicer, you know. And there's mountain laurel, rock outcroppings, a bunch of kind of like young maple trees on this lot. But it is 100% usable. And like I said, I mean, you know, you border Nathaniel down here this way and this way to the south. But plenty of different spots here, you know, to build, you know, up on top of this ridge. I mean, you just kind of pick the spot you like the best. Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on lot 356 in Ashton Woods. So I'm at the far northern end of the lot here. And you can see my truck sitting right there. And then that's the beginning of the lot. And there's this, you know, kind of like a road here. And there's a bunch of rocks piled up across it right there. But this road is on the property and the boundary is just to the left of this road. So as you can see, the little yellow placard on the tree right there, that's on the property line, and Nathaniel Mountain Wildlife Management Area is on the other side of that sign, which is 10,000 acres of public hunting ground. And when you're on top here, we're at top of Nathaniel Mountain here, or South Branch Mountain really. The elevation here is 3,000 feet. So you're up pretty high right here. But this road, you know, you can use this to get your deer out, to ride ATVs on. It's your road. You know, most likely, you know, your building site's going to be off the subdivision road up there, which is South Branch Mountain Road. But when you're up here on this top in Nathaniel, there's about 500 acres up here on the top that lays really, really nice and is really easy to get around on. And this is at the far end from any type of public access. So for somebody to bump into another hunter up here would be a rare occurrence, you know, unless it's somebody that's, you know, that's in Ashton Woods that might stumble up through here. Because the community does have kind of like a common access point to Nathaniel. But this is, you just can't find this. I mean, it borders Nathaniel on two sides. It's surrounded by state ground on two sides and the subdivision road on the other. I mean, the lot's shaped like a triangle. And when you're up here on top, like I said, there's all this nice flat ground up here that's easy to get around on the hunt. And then a really unique thing is, there's a pond on top of the mountain here that's just down this direction here. So you can just pretty much figure that, you know, any type of game up here, where that's bear, deer, turkey, whatever, is going to utilize that pond for their water source. I mean, that's probably about the only water here on top of the mountain. But like I said, you just can't find stuff like this. It's really rare for something like this to hit the market. And you'll see, and then there's little roads on Nathaniel that you can use. Like there's a little road right here that runs parallel with the road on this property. And I think they did that when, you know, because they had to build the power line through Nathaniel as well. And I think that's why these little roads are built out through here on Nathaniel when the power company did the power line there about 15 years ago. So this one's a winner. If you're looking for a hunting property, you know, that you know, on the cheap, if you can't afford to buy, you know, 50 or 100 acres right now, which would cost you well over 200, maybe $300,000. This is probably the best option you're going to have for something under 150,000 for a hunting property. I can't imagine a scenario that would be much better than this. And this is premium bear country, big bucks. This area is known for producing really large white-tailed deer. Like I said, it's loaded with bear. I actually saw a lot of turkey scratching on the lot up there when I took the first video. So there's bobcats up here. I mean, anything you can imagine is up here on top of this mountain. So come check this one out. It's a slam dunk. Keenan Shanholtz here again on lot 356 in Ashton Woods. And I just want to illustrate here the whole power line situation and how to kind of decipher this. But so when Ashton Woods was originally developed, the power line, the set of tires to the right, which is going to be this set over here, was initially here. So maybe around 2005 or 6, the power company came in and used eminent domain and added the other section of tires here and expanded the power line to the left here. So the property line for this lot runs the center of the right-hand set of power lines. So from the center, like the center of the tires there on the right-hand side, the center of that is the boundary of this property to the south. And then all this over here on the other side of the power line over here to the south is Nathaniel. So that's the state land over here, you know, to your right. It kind of wraps around two sides of this property. You know, so I'd say there's probably, out of this 20.79 acres, that's the size of the lot, there's probably maybe 3 acres maybe that the power line kind of takes up. But what it provides you here, and you'll see, let me get down here and stand on this big rock. So in the power line here, it goes down as far, if you can see, it rolls down into a little hollow down here. And that little hollow is the boundary, and that's where this lot stops at. So it doesn't go all the way out to that next set of tires, but that's part of Nathaniel there. So let me get down here and I'll get on this log here. So what you get for having the power line here, you get 12,000 kilowatt hours of free electricity a year for this lot, and you get an awesome place to hunt, you know. So you can sit here, you know, and you know, you're looking at your own property, then you're looking on the Nathaniel, and you can see there's a four-wheeler path, you know, that they use to service the power line and stuff, that you can ride your ATV on because it's on your own property right here, you know. And you can even see, now you can't ride an ATV on Nathaniel, but where this road is here belongs on this lot. So you'll see there's a little path right here, but and then the little path that runs along the boundary, along the bottom of the property, it pops out into the power line, like right down here in the hollow. So I'm sorry if my video, it looks like it's kind of going in and out kind of funny, but the power line is a positive on this lot, not a negative. You get the free electricity, a place to hunt, a place to ride, a place to do long range shooting here. I mean, you can set up a target and shoot, you know, probably 400 or 500 yards here easily. So and like I said, all this property over here is what you're looking at. So it's an interesting lot, and like I said, there's many different building sites here that are way far away from the power line where you don't hear it, you don't see it, you don't worry about it.